Alright, what's going on, everybody? Smoking a black and mild real quick. Give me a second. (9:23 p.m. Eastern Time on Wednesday, June 12, 2024. Chat is over here. Still recording live from ATRGA USA Old National Highway, aka Dirty Nat. After this video, I'm gonna upload the videos from last night. Me just watching the charts all night. I had a 5K challenge, prop firm challenge on Maven trading, and I sold NASDAQ 20 times and was selling German DAX 5 times. CPI hit at 8 in the morning, and I just watched it as soon as it hit 8:30. Price of NASDAQ just went from like 18,200 to 400. Like, it totally skipped 300. It just blasted to 400. I was like, no way. I had an $800 profit target. I did it as a one phase, and I had enough NASDAQ in to cash me out. Every 0.5 was worth $241 from just a $200 drop. I was expecting it to drop down. It dropped up. It went up $200, like $400. So I would have passed in that one trade in 12 hours. So I'm doing it again, 10K. We got 10K account now. And we're buying only NASDAQ in there. We don't even have DAX in there. In my private account, I'm buying DAX 3 times, the DAX Mini and the NASDAQ Mini 3 times. I sure just did 6 NASDAQ. We're going to separate it from now on in my private account, just like my prop firm. I'm not going to do DAX in the prop. I'll do DAX in another prop. I'll make another prop for DAX by itself, but I'll keep them separate. This is the chart for gold, 4-hour OSMA, 1226.9 is positive, 3,200 points. That's a buy. So gold is still buying to the top of this chart. It's making a V right now. Now I can see how the V is really getting created. The V is getting created on the 4-hour. The 4-hour V is being created. You see right there. The V, what do you mean a V? Point right here starts to sell. Point right here starts to buy. And it's going to buy back up to here or above. And that makes the V. So the price has to make a V. Price is making this V right now. When the last line of the V, then it's going to be a new V. Or this could be a checkpoint to where it just blasts up. Let's look for a blast up. Yeah, like that. From here, the V would have became a checkpoint. Like right here, see a checkpoint. Or a saxophone. Right here, saxophone right there. Looking for a saxophone. That's a reverse saxophone right there. You see it? That's the saxophone. You're just looking for the saxophone. 4-hour charts built on the saxophone. See saxophone right there. That's the saxophone. You're just looking for a saxophone. Saxophone right there. Saxophone. So gold is buying up. It's making the V. Now NASDAQ buying up, all-time high. See saxophone right there. Saxophone. Saxophone. Alright, the block is done. Alright, so you're just gonna watch the chart and just talk a little bit. So this is my 3rd prop challenge of the week and my 8th prop firm challenge total, and my 8th total in a year since last, I'll say like by Thanksgiving. I did my first 2 prop firms, crashed them, trying to sell silver on a Sunday or some shit like that, and it bought up on my ass. So the way I do the prop firm is I don't go all in on the leverage. I'm only gonna leverage like between 30 and 40%, really 40-50% on the prop total, to be honest with you. And NASDAQ is cheaper than the DAX on the prop firm. And even on the live, the minis are just 10 cents cheaper, so it's not that big of a difference. But it's double the leverage on the prop firm. DAX will cost like $900, $800 for one trade. NASDAQ would cost 500, so I could just do 2 NASDAQs for every DAT. So no point doing DATs on the same one with the NAS, because with a 0.5 or 0.10, yeah, with a 0.10, I'll make $440 from a $200 move up. So I did 2 of those with the take profit set for just $200 above. So from 19,600 where it's at now to 19,800, once it is 19,800, it'll pass me before that point, because each 0.10 is gonna give me 440, so it's gonna give me 880. So before it gets to the 80, it's gonna knock me out right at 800. So with the 10K, my drawdown is $400, so I'll be good. So we're just gonna hold these buys all night, and I gotta cut the grass in the morning. And by the time we're done cutting the grass, go take a shower, get out, and see what the chart's looking like, and that should be really cool. So I'll wake up early, get the yard cutting out the way. I make sure I'm up by like between 6 and 8 to really start as early as I can. So if I could start like right at 6 when my mom's leaving, would be good. And I have my private account where I'm buying. I said that already 3 times. So last night I had my private account like $30 in it, $35 in it, AUD, Australian dollar currency, and I had all minis in on the DAX and all the American indices, the US 100, the NASDAQ, same thing, the US 500 or the SP 500 or the SPX 500 or SPY, and then the Dow Jones or the US 30, same thing. So I had 0.50 in on all of those total combined, with all of them had 0.50 in there. Had like 15 or 20 DAX, 15 or 20 NASDAQs, and 5 Dows, and 10 S&P, and they were all sells when they were buying, so that all crashed out horribly, and that account is negative 33. But I was able to throw money on another account, that same brokerage, so, and they didn't do nothing dirty and take the money back fresh from there, so it'll give me a chance to build that account up to where I have an extra $50, throw it in the account that's negative 33, I'll throw 53 in there, and then I'll have 20 in there, and I'll just start that one back from scratch. So if I would have put in those 0.50s as buys, my account would have been at like 150, closer to $200 already, times 5 or times 6, and then I would have been able to pull off 100 and go to the store and buy a vape pen, cake pen, resin pen, the straight shooter resin pen, and maybe a regular tobacco vape, and still have money to get another pot firm. So I'm going to use the money from my private accounts every time I'm pulling money off. I'm going to live off of that money, but I pull off 100 every day when it starts popping, and then whatever is over 100 that I pull off, I'll use that to get more pot firms. So I'll just make it a game where I'm just doing a pot firm every day, brand new pot firm challenge every day. It's basically just scaling up until I'm sitting on between $100,000 and $500,000 in capital, so my drawdown can be like $10,000, $15,000 drawdown limit. Then I'll be good. I'll be super good with that. So for now, I'm going to make the 10K the lowest one I get. I am going to get a 2K again and a 5K. But after I get those, I just be getting 2Ks, 5Ks, and 10Ks. Like, however much extra money I have after I pull off $100 to pay myself, to live off of whatever left I have. Like, let's say I start pulling off 200 for myself every day or every other day. I'll use 100 for myself, and then the other 100 just go straight to pot firms. And then the other private accounts I have, I'll load those up too. And then from there, I'll just start investing my money in cryptocurrency and the stock market, just holding stocks for 3 to 6 months or a year on Robinhood and Moomoo, and build that back up. So I'm originally a stockholder. That's why I started currency trading, so I could learn how to make enough money to live off of, and also be able to throw $100 a day into stocks. So that was always my goal. So now I'm at that point to where it's like I see how to do it, because I'm just gonna be rolling off of this 4-hour Osmo for most of the pairs, for gold, for NASDAQ, for DAX, for the indices and gold, really. And then for some other pairs, I have another setup. Like for the fiat pairs, I'll use the daily chart, and I'll use my Bears Bulls Power 5, Bears Power 5, and the Bulls Power 5. And you apply the high to the Bears and apply the low to the Bulls, and then that's how you use it. So for that setup, you're waiting for both the Bears and the Bulls Power. I put them in one indicator box together, but they're 2 separate indicators on MetaTrader. But on investing.com, it's just called the Bulls Bears Power, the Bull Bear Power. on the technical, on investing, when you go to a pair, go to technical and scroll down. It's the last indicator, actually. It's the last indicator, like 9 or 12. I think it's 9 indicators, so it's the last one. For the Bears Bulls power on the daily, you're waiting for the Bears and the Bulls to be negative, both of them to be negative, and that means the sale is almost over once the Bulls power goes by positive. So I use that for the euro, and I gave that play to one of my students. Etsy, he's a business partner now. He's been the one buying me these prop firms. So we're gonna split the prop firms 50-50 the profit, because he lives like in Germany somewhere where it's illegal to have a prop firm. So he's just invested in a prop firm for me, and we split the money. So that's an easy deal right there. So I'm working on the 10K, and he made $250 off of the move that he did on the euro, because last Thursday I called the euro a sell at 108 at 1.08900, and he didn't take it because news was the next day. And then Holly gave him 3 take profits for it, and by the next day, 24 hours later, it had hit all 3 take profits and went down to 108 even. And then by Tuesday, I was calling the buy signal. The price was at 107.35, when he bought it. So he bought it 100 times. I thought he bought it 100 times. He must have bought it less than that. But if he would have bought it 100 times, that would have been considered a one lot, or a 1.00. That's a 0.01 100 times. And he would have made $1,000 off that play. And he was like, yeah, I'll send you more money for the prop firm. And he made 250, so he sent me 50 today, and he sent me 100 on Friday. I tried to buy a prop firm with Goat Funded Trader, and then I had to send it in crypto. The bank was rejecting the card, and I couldn't access like my bank app and stuff like that and I tried to call them, and I couldn't speak to a representative. They don't have representatives on Vero, so I had to use the app, and I was having trouble getting back into my account because it's a new phone, so I never had got on it on this phone before. So I was trying to get in, and when they sent me the confirmation link, I would click it, and it would say this link doesn't exist. So I'm like, what the hell? I had to download the app. Then when I sent the link through from the app, then it went through, and it was able to get me through. And then because it has old phone numbers that you don't have anymore. It's connected to a phone number. I'm like, I don't have that phone anymore. So boom, I got in, and then they just send you a message saying, yeah, we blocked this transaction. Just tell us if it's cool to do it. And then I was like, yeah, it's cool to do it, because I tried to buy a 2K with an extra 15 I had on there yesterday, and I couldn't do it. And I was like, what's going on? I know I got the money on here. What the fuck? Why are they blocking the transaction? I just bought one. It's like, that's why. You just bought one, and you bought another one. They think you're being scammed. They think you got robbed. So 5K went through, and I couldn't get the 2K to go through. And then today I would have been able to do it. So after I did that, I bought the 10K. So the profit target for the 10K is a 2-phase step, 2 phases. So I have to do the first one, make 800. Then the second one I have to make 400. So with all the trades I have now, just the NASDAQ is set to get me out at 880, but they're gonna get me out automatically at 800 total. So this goes out $200 more tomorrow. We're good, and pass phase 1, and then I'll see what the indicator's looking like. If it's still buying, then I'll just buy it again like 10 times, enough to make 400, and then boom, pass it and be like, yo, you're a funded trader with a 5K account. And then I'll just be operating my live account while they're getting my prop firm account set up for next week or whatever. And it looks like I'll pass the prop firm by Friday, most likely, and God willing, inshallah. And from there, we'll make just bread on the private account until Friday. When the market closes, then Sunday should open up and be close to getting my funded account, and then just build my private account up, because that's the money I'm really going to live off of. Because Maven trading, they're going to pay me once every 10 days, so it's 3 checks per week. So that's very doable. It's like a regular job. It's pretty good. So it's like a bi-weekly almost. So you're going to get, it's a tri-weekly, not tri-weekly, but tri-monthly checks. Not tri-monthly, but 3 checks a month basically. I'm gonna get a check every 10 days. So I'm gonna get 3 checks a month off of that. So I'm just gonna keep signing up for more and more prop firms so I can pay back all of my investors over the years that have been sending me money to learn this craft. I could have learned it for free, but they were sending me money while I was learning, and now that I'm getting better and profitable, it's like, okay, I was never gonna forget about you all. You would be the last people I ever forget. Don't worry about that when I'm good. That's why I was asking you for the money in the first place, because it was like, you're gonna want to own a stake in what I got going on with this shit. You're gonna want a piece of this in the future, nigga. So go ahead and shimmy up the dough. $10, $20, not major. I ain't asked for the $50, just $20, $10, 15, 5, whatever you got. I operate with small accounts anyway. So now that I'm on the prop firm, it's more like, okay, you just gotta pay for a prop firm, and I got the cheapest prop firm company now. So it's like $15 for a 2K, $19, $20 for a 5K, $38 for the 10K, $77 for the 20K. So I'm gonna start getting the 10Ks, 2Ks, 5Ks on a regular basis from my prop firm. From my private account profits, and then I'll be getting, like, I just want to make it a game where I'm just taking a new prop firm every day. Every week I'm doing a new prop firm, just scaling up every week. Basically, I'm just gonna keep scaling up to $1 million. Just basically, I got $1 million in funded capital. That's the goal, is to have $1 million in funded capital and just milk it until the company disappears and get a new one and stuff. So just milk it to the point where I take off all the extra money and then throw that on my private accounts and my stock accounts, my cryptocurrency accounts, and then start looking into other investments, start buying bonds, just regular stuff with low yields, no super high interest yields over a week or a year. So just slow stuff. And I'm going to start buying a bunch of stock in the Dow Jones and the S&P 500 and the NASDAQ and all that stuff. And eventually the crash will come, and I'll figure out when that's happening anyway. But over the long term, I start buying that stuff now at 34. By 60, it'll be worth super a lot of money, especially with the money I'm getting from foreign currency trading and stuff like that. And the prop firms, I'll be able to buy a lot. And I don't know when the chart is dropping, so I'll get out if it's gonna drop a super amount. But if it's just doing regular little drops, the index pairs are appreciating assets, so they never really go down, minus the crashes they have and stuff. But they're just always gonna pretty much go up. So I'm gonna start getting into that, and I'll be able to leave a lot of those stocks to like my family and stuff. That's what I plan on doing with the money. It's just setting up a family empire, and then eventually, if it's in God's will, I'll find a woman that actually loves me, and would do that whole ordeal. But until then, I'm really just focused on building an empire for my family by being the only son from my parents who's not married or has kids, and is not in a relationship. It's just like living for themselves, but I'm not living for my own interests. I'm working on what everyone else neglected. I'm picking up the slack that everyone else left behind. Basically, if I followed the same path, I would have been the last person to follow the same path, and then it would just never get better. Somebody had to break the generational curses. Someone had to say, hey, I'm gonna, dedicate my life to building an empire for the entire family. And that's just what it is. I was that one, and I'm a pothead. I just like to smoke weed, and to be honest with you. So I'll just be smoking weed, investing my money, making a bunch of money, passing prop firms. I have a bunch of students now, and now some of my students are going into business with me, buying prop firms for me, because I'm teaching all my students for free and not charging them. So, I knew, God's universe will supply me with the funds to keep trading and to get prop firms. Like, they see my efforts, and I'm being selfless with the information I'm learning. A lot of my students are foreign students in other countries, and they're still in school, period. They're actually still students. A lot of them are middle schoolers and high schoolers. Most of them are. And, I can't talk to them about paying me money to help them learn how to make money. No, I'm going to help you learn how to make money. And once you're making money profitable, you just start buying me prop firms. And we can still go half and half on them. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't even have to be, oh, that's the fee you pay me. Nah, like, you could buy me 2 prop firms. One of them would be for me, and the other would be for us to split. One would be the fee for everything I taught you all the time I put in to helping you out. Like, I'll get my money on the back end. Like, yeah, you're going to have to pay me later. We're going to hold that off. I'm not going to talk about money first. I'm just going to help you. And after I help you, you're going to know how to make the money. Once you can make the money, money won't be an issue. Once money's not an issue, then it's nothing to send me $20, $50 for prop firms and stuff. So that's the goal. Right now, you don't have the $50 for it to send me for a prop firm. You can barely get your own prop firm or throw money in your live account. So, this is, the game about reading the chart and making money from it. So I'm going to show you that first, and you pay me later. That's a good deal, right? I'm just going to help you. I'm not charging you at all. I'm not charging you by the hour. I'm just going to spend hours and hours talking to you, because at that point, I'm just talking to a bunch of people who are interested in learning something that I'm interested in learning as well. So it's really just a dream come true for a nerd. I got a group of nerds, young nerds, people half my age interested in learning something that I'm learning, that I started learning late, and they're learning it early. So there's no hatred there. It's like, I'm going to do everything I can to set you all up to where when you're twice your age now, which is my age now, you'll be way better than me. So that's what I'm thriving off of, is just planting the seeds for the future generations and being a legend to the future generations. I always just wanted to be, a legend to the future generations. I'm an artist. I started off writing movies and making movies at 12 years old, and making YouTube when I was 21, and I was 12, making movies 3 years before YouTube even came out, before it was even a thing. Before YouTube was even a thing, I'm in the backyard making movies with a camcorder in the 1990s in Miami, when the internet was just coming out. So it's like, that was just my journey. That was my path. That was my destiny. It was like, you were destined to make movies. Like, everyone do it now because it's just a trend. And, if they got the sauce to be an artist, then they just do it. But I was doing it before it was cool to do it. I'm always doing this stuff before it's cool to do it. That's why I look so weird. It's like, why are you doing that? Well, 15 years from now, everyone's going to be doing it. And then you're going to ask me, why didn't I stick with it? You know what I'm saying? And you're going to laugh at me because I listened to you questioning why I was doing it in the first place. It's called being ahead of the curve. The ideas that I talk about, it's going to take 3 to 5 years for them to mature in the real world for you to even see what I was talking about. If I start talking about some crazy shit now, it's going to take you 5 years to even see it. Like, oh, he was right. Yeah, it's going to take you a couple years to realize, but it's going to hit you. It hits my family. My mom's like, yeah, I'm going to get my grandsons, I'm going to take care of them, and I want to have them start doing YouTube. And then my brother's wife was like, yeah, I want my daughters to have a YouTube. And it's like, I was the first person in the family with a YouTube. I had your daughter on the YouTube. You told me to take her off. What changed? 15 fucking years of progress? Now you see it? I saw it back then before it was fucking cool. Why couldn't you just roll with the shit? Why you gotta resist everything, every idea I fucking have? Every idea I have, you resisted. 15 years later, it's the new fucking wave. And you're like, damn, Chad was onto something. And then it hurts because it's like, I'm still fucking hurting. We could all came out together. Shit. Now you want to YouTube for your kids because it's the craze. I was doing it before it was the fucking craze. I was doing it before YouTube was even born, bro. Like I said, 3 years before YouTube even came out, I'm in the backyard making movies. I'm 3 years ahead of the curve. You know what I'm saying? Like, every year is really like 10 years. I'm like 30 years ahead of the curve. I'm a master of the wave. That's why my Forex trading name is the RAINMAN. It's the wave. He calls me the RAINMAN because I can catch the wave. I'm calling the wave. I'm the weatherman. I'm calling the hurricane. There's a storm coming. I'm telling you where the storm is. You come to me to know the wave. Yo, what's NASDAQ really doing? And I'm going to tell you what it's really doing. Yo, what's gold really doing? I know it's selling on the 5 minute, but what's it really doing? I think I see a sell. You only see a sell on the 5 minute, nigga. That 4 minute buying on your ass, that's a discount on your buy. You better buy it. And if you got sales in profit, they will not be in profit too much longer. You should go ahead and take that money and run, nigga. That's what you should do, So I deviated from the 4-hour chart, but I'm really a 4-hour chart swing trader. So you see NASDAQ going up and stuff. So, we're just going to do our thing. Just let DAX keep going up. And we're just going to do our thing. Okay. So that's basically it. It's 23 minutes. I'm going to stop recording soon. I'll come back and I'll keep recording and stuff. I just woke up. It's 10 o'clock. I woke up at 6. I went to sleep at 2 o'clock. I was up all night until 2 p.m. That was nuts because I stayed up all night. And then I was watching the charts when morning volume London session opened up and saw CPI hit at 8:30 and totally crashed me out. I was like, damn, that shit sucked. Then Etsy sent me $50 and I threw 38 of that into the prop firm for $10K, and I got a $400 daily drawdown limit, and so that's good. So if I get to 20K, I should have 800 daily drawdown limit, and then I'll be able to maintain with that because I can really maintain with the 10K. Now with the 2K and the 5K, I can still go crazy on them, which I will, but I know which way to go crazy on and stuff. And I really try to catch the wave from the beginning. So we're just going to be holding these buys in on NASDAQ. And later when I come back, make another video, I'll show you other bias that I have now. I've been seeing other stuff just based on how the prop firm is set up. I'll go on there later and show it to you and how I can see what it's doing on there just by looking at the numbers and the percentages and the colors of the number on some real simple, dimple shit. Like, you got to keep it simple. Like, you got to be able to make the decision in 10 seconds. If it takes you longer than 10 seconds, you're confused. You know what I'm saying? You need to be able to look. You need to be able to know exactly where to look. I'm going straight to the 4 hour, and within 10 seconds, I'm going to tell you straight up. And if you can't figure it out in 10 seconds, just don't even do it. If you can't make a decision in 10 seconds, don't even fucking do it. A man who is slow to make a decision will also be slow to act on it. Andrew Carnegie said that to Napoleon Hill when he was writing Think and Grow Rich, when he offered him the job of even writing it, before he started writing it. When he offered him the decision in his head, after he gave him the offer, he gave him 60 seconds to answer, and it took him like 15 seconds or some shit. You know, it didn't take him too long to say, yeah. The question was, would you be willing to spend the next 20 years of your life traveling the world with all expenses paid? I won't pay you to do it, but I'm gonna set up all the meetings for the richest people in the world, and you're gonna sit down and talk to them about the secrets of how they acquire wealth, and you're gonna condense it all into a book for the masses. Do you want to take that on? And he gave him 60 seconds in his head, and he did it in like 1/3 of the time. So that always stuck with me. Make a quick decision. I think about my decisions before I do them. I think a lot, but when it comes to certain things, you have to be able to make the decision pretty quickly. So I think hard and long before decisions have to be made anyway, and then by the time a decision has to be made, I just make the shit. Or it's not impulsive. I'm not necessarily an impulsive person. A little bit, drug addict, smoke weed, so yeah, you got a little bit of that impulsive. I trade currency, yeah, you're definitely impulsive, but not really. I'm not sexually impulsive. I'm not impulsive with women. I'm not really an impulsive person. I'm gonna sit there. I'm very calculated. I'm more so diabolical Machiavellian than I would want to admit, but that's more so what I am. I'm gonna really plot on what I'm gonna do before I do it, to the point where it looks like I'm not doing anything at all. Like, you're not even moving ahead in life. Like, no, I'm watching everyone else move too fast. I'm watching you speed into a brick wall. You're a crash test dummy for me, basically. I'm just gonna sit there and watch you try to be the first and rush through everything. I'm gonna sit there and watch. First person to get married, first person to get divorced, nigga. You'll get divorced before I get married. Fuck that shit. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm on. And that's fucked up. But it is what it is. Such is life. Life is fucked up, nigga. You feel me? It is what it is. So, I'm excited. I'm grateful. Just want to thank God for blessing me with the prop firms and the funding, because I'm not working. I put everything on the line to just make this work for my family. So it's like, I need your help, and you need my help once I get this. Like, you take one for the team, and I'll take one for the team. So that's really what it is. It's like, I'm the only one figuring out how to do this, and this is going to save everybody. So, yeah, I'm going to need your help. Yeah, I need somewhere to live. You're damn right I do. So you'll cherish those memories in the future. Don't worry, you'll be the first people I break off when I get the bread. Don't worry, I don't have any girlfriends, no wives, no kids, so I only need a certain amount of money to live on my own anyway. So after that, I'm just going to be sitting on fucking money. What do you think I'm going to be doing with it? Sending it to you motherfuckers and watching y'all spend it. I'm going to live a modest lifestyle so y'all can enjoy the luxuries that come with my success. I'm cool with that. It's perfectly fine. I don't have a problem with that. But right now, motherfucker, I need a place to live. So what are we going to do about that? You feel me? I got a bunch of students, and now my students are becoming my investors and business partners, and they're buying me prop firms, sending me money from my private account, to where I'm pretty much a funded full-time trader. I just have to consistently make returns off the money I have with the time I have to put all my effort into it full-time. You don't want a person like me going to work. I'm not the person that you want to be sending off to work. I can make way more money sitting right at fucking home, and I'll prove it. So let me go ahead and do that, It just took a while to get to this point of clarity of like 4-hour chart only. That's the lowest chart I'm going on. I will be watching the 5-minute, but it's only to look at the price levels. I'm just looking at these price levels right here, that's all. That's the only reason I'm on the 5-minute, but I'm not paying attention to any indicators. I'll take them off when I'm looking at the 5-minute. The chart's going to just be scrolling up. This 5-minute chart's going to be scrolling up until this Osmo goes negative. I want to put my CCI 200 in here, because that's going to let me know that it's positive. So once the Osmo goes negative, then I know the CCI is going to go negative. So right now, my CCI 200 is positive. My Osmo is positive on the 4-hour for NASDAQ. So once my Osmo goes negative, then I know we got a bear wave coming. So that's when I'll call it for everyone. And whoever takes those calls with me at the beginning of that wave will be super duper rich. And by that time, I should have a few prop firms by the time it goes into a sell. Maybe not, but At some point, I will have a bunch of profits because I'm just going to make that a game because I'm really going to scale up to $500,000 in capital. So that's the overall goal, where it's not really a game, but that goal is going to become a game. It's going to look like a game because every week, every day when I pull off money from my private account, I'm going to buy a new prop firm. If I only have $20 extra, I'm going to buy a 5K for 20, easy, and get a 5K account, easy, $400, $200 drawdown, and just go crazy on it, and I get $40, I'm gonna go ahead and get another 10K. Just keep getting 10Ks, and then get 77. I'll eventually get a 20K. Then I'll get a 50K, 100K. The investor Etsy, he'll keep making money off my signals for euro and gold or whatnot, and then he'll buy me more prop firms, and we'll split it 50-50 and everything. So it's gonna be awesome. I'm looking forward to it. It's about to be 10 o'clock. I'm bored now. I don't know what to do. Took a nice ass shower. It was really good. So I'm really close to being consistently profitable. It's just I had deviated from the 4-hour chart, and that was my demise. So back on the 4-hour chart, let's get it. Gonna make this work. I got my 4-hour Osman, my 4-hour CCI 200. They're both positive. So when my Osman goes negative, that's a sell wave. Do that for gold as well. So when I do my next video, I'll actually go to the prop firm account, show you those trades. I just wanted to let them breathe and mature for a few hours before I looked at them. But while I'm up all night, I'll be recording my screen while I'm watching other videos. I've been doing that now, watching other trading type videos, Tory trades videos, random trading videos, Wall Street bets type videos while I'm recording. Like if I'm inside, my mom's sleeping and I can't really talk, or I don't want to go outside and talk, or if I am outside but I'm smoking or something, I'm just like kind of busy, but I'm just recording on my screen, so you can't see anything that's going on. You can only hear the traffic outside, but so it's real easy for me to just put the phone down and it's recording my screen, so it don't matter how I'm holding the phone unless I turn it sideways. Then you'll see it, switch over like this. You should see that switch over. Well, I guess I don't have auto rotate on. Yeah, so I'll turn it off. But yeah, that should be the only time you see it switch over or whatever. So I'm good. I'm always in good spirits. I just laugh about the crashes. It's nothing because I made the decision. I went the wrong way. Who's to be mad at but myself? So I just learn from it. It's a learning game. You knock your head up against the wall a couple times, a bunch of times, and you eventually get smarter. You got your mind right, Luke? You got your mind right, Luke? Luke ain't never get his mind right. And they killed that man. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it is. And I'll start doing videos where I go through my Discord, Hollywood Trades Discord, and show you the chats that I'm having with everyone and stuff. I got a bunch of students. I have a bunch of friends now. I just spend all day in communication with a bunch of students that want to learn trading, and I'm just teaching them and stuff. So it's a real wholesome, loving atmosphere where I'm just helping them out. It's like, like we get personal because, you start to just care about the people who are, like you care about your favorite teachers, like your favorite teacher who's like really trying really hard to, get your back and put you on the right path, and then you go demo test what they're showing you and it's working, and you're like, oh my God, it's working, it's working. I'm like, yeah, bro, like you're 13 and you're interested in learning this, you're 15, you're 18, you're interested in learning this, I'm 34. There's no good reason for me not to help you. I'm not mad at you. I have nothing, to be mad at you about. So I'm going to do nothing but just help you. I have an extreme love for the younger generation, You know what I'm saying? I just always wanted to just be a legend to the future generations. And this was before I was currency trading. Now that I'm currency trading, it's a lot easier. It's like, yeah, I'm a legend to these niggas. Like, I'm a complete legend. They'll be talking about me to the day they die. They'll be 60 years old talking about the RAINMAN. Yeah, I was 13 years old. Went to Discord. Somebody sent me a link to his Discord. I was on Reddit or I was on the prop firm Discord, and someone popped up and sent a link. Next thing you know, I'm in contact with the RAINMAN, some dude from Atlanta. I called him all the time, and he was always so nice. He was always giving me all this advice. He shared all this information, and I used to ask him, like, why are you helping people for free? Why are you showing people your ways? And I was like, I could just die with the information in my head, take it to the grave, and then that's just blasphemy right there. I can't let that can't happen. So I got to put my feelings aside. No, I don't know you, but that don't mean still might not be a good person, or you have good intentions with this money. So I'll go out of my way to help you. And when you get super rich, just promise me you're, you know, look out for other people. You pay me back or whatever, but, pay it forward as well. Yeah, you pay me back on the back end, but maybe you won't get a chance to. So make sure you pay it forward. Make sure you look out for other people. And then when you get older and you're the old man, you make sure you look out for the younger people who are trying to learn what you know, or at least learn what you're learning. You know what I'm saying? Do the same thing that I'm doing for you, for other people. You run across someone young, help them the fuck out. Give them guidance, bro, so they're not lost out here and having to resort to crime and shit. I'm lowering the fucking crime rate. These motherfuckers would be out here trying to rob your house if it wasn't for me. You know what I'm saying? Shawty, say what's your price? Just to back it up, you can hold my eyes. Now let's say you owe me something. Yeah, owe me back like you owe your rent. You owe me back the 50 acres you spent. I put them shackles on your feet. You owe me, I think you owe me some. You owe me shackles on your feet. You owe me, I think you owe me some. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm an ambassador for the universe. I'm doing God's work. I'm doing God's work. That's what I'm saying. I'm a prophet. God allowed me this insight. I'm extremely humble about this. That's why I'm just helping. And it's all, I've been helping these niggas since March. I was in a rehab for 6 months, bro. So I'm extremely humble. You know what I'm saying? I come from the bottom. I've been in bottom situations. I know what the bottom tastes like, nigga. You don't know what the bottom tastes like, nigga. You know what I'm saying? I've been in some shit you don't want to be. And you be like, nah, I ain't want to go through that. If you don't want to go through the bottom, then you don't deserve to go to the top, motherfucker. I want to go to the top so bad, I'm willing to be at the bottom for as long as it takes to get up that motherfucker. I don't give a fuck. That's what I'm saying. I'm nuts, bro. You gotta be nuts to make it where you want to go. Oh, you made it the way you wanted to go in life? Oh, you must be nuts. You fucking right, because these niggas be driving me insane. I had 2 choices, be insane or be absolutely nuts. And I chose these nuts. You chose these nuts? Yes, I chose these nuts. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what it is, bro. That's what it is for me. So I'm excited. This goes through. This be my first completed prop firm challenge. But this week, I've been doing phenomenal. The 2K, I basically passed it. I passed the first phase in 12 hours. And then the second phase, I just had other pairs and I had metals in. I was buying metals and some of them were retracing back to break even because you pass the first phase and then they take you out of the trade. So those trades are no longer safe in the beginning anyway. So, and then I chose to get back in them when they weren't even really making money like that. I was just playing around with them, testing them, but I could have just did that in the demo. Didn't have to do that in the prop. Could have just kept it all index pairs, all DATs, all NASDAQ. Now I'm just doing index pairs on the prop firm and just in NASDAQ on this prop firm. I do another prop firm and do DATs on that one. I'll have like 2 prop firms for every challenge, for every price level. For like the 2K, I have 2 2Ks. I have multiple 2Ks, and each 2K would be for a different pair. One would be for gold, one would be for NASDAQ, the other would be for DAX, like that. So I'll get 3 of each prop firm, one for the 3 pairs. I'll be trading gold, NASDAQ, DAX. Keep them all separate. So that's basically it. I'm not going to make this video too long, otherwise it won't even process. So I'm going to stop it between like 30 and 40 minutes. So I'll most likely come back and make more videos as well, like outside talking about stuff. But other than that, I'll be inside just watching videos on the phone and recording the screen, and you'll hear the videos playing. And you can see the video on the thumbnail type thing. Wow, you can see the chart scroll or whatever. So I'll just keep you up to date. So this is officially like Silver Burger episode maybe 8, because I think I did like 4 or 5. And I have 2 more, so that should put me closer to 5 or 7. So this should be like 7 or 8 episode. So this would be the 10K episode 1. So that's the goal. It's just to do a prop firm every week. Every week do a prop firm. That is the goal. So I'm gonna go put some wax on this black and mild and light it. Try to call Holly back one more time. I gotta shave next time I take a shower. I just don't want to be in there too long. I was scrubbing, so I was on the next shower. I'd be more clean than this one, so I'll have the time to just shave at the beginning Um, you gotta wash your hair, scrub your body, your feet, your balls, all that. So I did all of that, but the next time I'll be better off. I'll start off with the shave. Shave from the beginning. I haven't shaved in like a week, I guess. So I shave in the shower, basically. I shave while I'm in the shower. So I'll go ahead and shave tomorrow. Tomorrow shower. I gotta cut the yard tomorrow. So after I'm done cutting the yard, go hop in the shower and shave in the shower. And then I'll be good. And thank you all so much for listening. I love you all. And may the force be with us. Thank you. I'll come back and do a video of me scrolling through the Discord. I'll just watch a video from the inside of the house. Have a video playing. I'll just go through the Discord and scrolling through. Start making that like a whole show to show you. And then when I'm waking up and I'm just waking up, I'll do the same thing. I'll make a video. I'll play a video on the side while I'm just on the Discord talking to everybody, so you can see all the conversations live, and just make it like a TV show. Like every day, this is what's going on the chat, and just keep you posting on everything everyone's saying in the general chat every day, and all the updates I do on the different pages I have on there. I have my own section on there called Club Rain, so with a bunch of different pages that I put different stuff on or the same stuff on, and pictures of my trade. So I'll just show you everything. And then the private conversations I'm having with different people, students, teaching them stuff, because it's nothing really personal we're talking about. We're friends, we talk about personal stuff a little bit, but it's just friendly business. It's just a bunch of students geeked out on this trading shit, and we just all rendezvousing all day. We got a whole gang. We got a whole gang of 100 members on there, about 20 active members every day. So we're getting there. Pretty soon we'll have 100 active members on there. So it's just a really fun environment. I'm just having a time of my life. Everything I ever wanted to happen is really happening with this. And it's this is the karma God gave you for not pursuing the Hollywood dreams and getting caught up in the Hollywood Illuminati, all the bullshit, the booty rituals, all that stuff going on. I didn't do none of that. I gave that up. I said, fuck it. I don't, God gave me this talent. I don't want to use it for evil. I don't want to use it to be writing devilish material. And Hollywood's going to have you writing demonic stuff. And I don't want to do all that. I do a couple horror movies, but other than that, I'm not really trying to write anything demonic, bad morals and principles, and all this super sexual promiscuity, nude scenes, set scenes. If I made a movie, you wouldn't see set scenes in there, or that'd be very creative. You wouldn't see nude in there and stuff like that. It's just a waste. You don't have to take your clothes off on camera. It's not necessarily always mandatory to get the message across for the film. We can be a little bit more creative, and I'm sure it'll make you feel more comfortable. I don't want to see you naked, to be honest with you. You know what I'm saying? That's, the other niggas just want to see you naked. I don't even care about all that. Whatever you have, I've seen it before. Whether you're a guy or a girl with a penis, it doesn't matter what you have. I've seen it before, so I don't need you to show me what yours look like. It's not a private kind of thing. I would rather see that in private, just you and that kind of thing, but not going to exploit you in front of the whole production crew and get naked several times, shoot several scenes. Nah, bro, it's a waste, and I want you to feel comfortable anyway, so, I'm not that sexual of a person, so I don't really care about it. I like breasts and naked women just as much as any guy, but not as much as any guy, though. I don't like it as much as any guy. So, I'm not just any guy. That's what I'm saying. I'm not just any guy. I had a girl tell me that she was getting naked in front of me. She was spending the night with me, and she was getting naked, and she was like, that's why I like you, Chad. Any other guy who'd be all over me right now. You kind of just don't give a fuck. Yeah, I kind of don't. There's nothing you have on your body you haven't seen before unless it's a fucking disease. I don't know what to tell you. You know what I'm saying? It's not that big of a deal. In my head, I'm freaking out. I'm like, oh my God. That's another thing. I freak out in my head. That's what I'm saying. All my freak outs happen in my head. I'd be like, oh my God. You might see it in my eyes. Oh my God. In my head, I'm just freaking the fuck out. I'd be freaking out. I'd be like, oh my God, she's getting naked, right? And I'm just cool as a cucumber on the outside. Yeah. So how was your day? You know what I'm saying? Just still talking like it's normal conversation, like she's not completely naked in front of me. It's because she's just trying to get ready for bed and this and that. So it's You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just a cool dude, bro. Like, you can lay down in bed with me and I'm not even gonna touch you. Definitely not gonna touch you. Like, I'm terrified. I'm frozen in fear actually over here. You okay? Yeah, I'm fine. In my head, I'm, oh my God. You know what I'm saying? Like, real shit. Lay in the bed with you, won't even touch you. You know. So, you know. So thank you all so much for listening. Thank you all so much for watching. And, you know, like, comment, subscribe, all that shit they say. I don't really give a fuck, but, you know, you can if you want to. If you want to stay in tune with what's going on, go right ahead. Like, I'm dropping all the information, so you do what you do. You know, if you want the information, you should stay posted to what I got going on. So, so thank you all so much. Love you all. And let's see what happens with the price. So yeah, thank you.